Howdy y'all, Fast Forward 289, welcome back. In this video, I'll be working on my 72 Cleveland, but not really working on it. This is more of just I guess, update video on where I'm at with this motor so far and what the next steps are. So let's go ahead and jump into it and take a look at it. Okay, so if you watched my previous video, I explained about the oil modifications and how I cleaned up some of the oil galley holes like this in here. You can see how I upgraded this hole here on the block to make it flow better on oil flow, and went over the whole thing about the oil pump and cutting out a gasket. Anyway, all that, you go watch that video if you haven't seen it already. Well, here's what I got on my parts so far. So I went through, I got all my push rods cleaned up, and yes, they're stock push rods, they're original push rods. There's nothing wrong with them. This motor has very low mileage. There's nothing wrong with them. I went through, I checked all the surfaces on them, I cleaned them, I made sure that they were true and not bent in any way. I made sure all the holes were open in them so that they have good oil flow. These are the head bolts, and these here, I cleaned every one of these by hand and washed them here in my parts washer. And in here, in case you're wondering, this is my rocker arms and fulcrums I got soaking right now. I still got these to clean up, but you can see they're coming along. But all the bolts, intake bolts, again, all this I cleaned by hand. Now, when it came to these head bolts, I was very picky. Now, luckily, I got two motors. I got two Clevelands. I got this one here, and I got one that I got put up that's kind of halfway tore apart. But what I did is, because these are stock bolts, but I cleaned each one of these, and every time I come across a bolt, I got all of them together. There's 20 bolts total, 10 per head. Anytime I came across a bolt that had messed up threads, I chucked it to the side, went and got another one out of my box and cleaned another one up. If I got one that had rust pits on it, I chucked that bolt to the side, went and got another one and cleaned it up instead. Same thing with the head. If it was all chewed up and wasn't clean and straight with good grip on it, on the edges where, like, if the edges had started to be rounded off, I chuck it to the side and get another one. Because I want every bolt to be good. I didn't want a bolt that had been compromised in any way. And there was a couple that I had to get. There was one where the threads were kind of chewed up. I got rid of. And then there was one with some rust pits in it. Got rid of that. One that the head was all messed up. I got rid of that. And I went through each bolt and made sure that each and every single one of them were good to go. You can look at these. The heads are clean. The shanks are clean. The threads are clean. Every one of them is good to go. So I won't have any problems with it clamping or doing what it's supposed to do. If we walk over here, this is my spare parts box that I got of Cleveland parts. You can see, here's that bolt with the messed up threads. You see, didn't want to use that. I could tap it, but in a sense, I got extra bolts. Why not get the good bolts, right? I mean, the rest of the bolt look good. I could fix this one. It would be fine to use, but like I said, instead of repairing a bolt, I got, if I only had that one set, then yeah, I would repair it. But I got other ones. Then you got, this one here has got rust pits in it. See there? That bolt's compromised. It's no good. I don't want to use it. That one's got a big pit in it. And then you can see this here, the head's all chewed up on it. So that's what I'm talking about. Something like that, I just got rid of them. I threw them back in the old parts box and cleaned it up because I want every piece on this motor to be good. I don't have to worry about it. One more thing that I want to show. When you talk about looking at your parts, this is very important. You know, take for instance these rocker arms, right? Now I'm using all original Ford parts for this 351 Cleveland. You know, you can buy aftermarket stuff, but I want to use original stuff. So I took, out of all the sets I had, picked up my best rocker arms and my best fulcrums. So like you can see here, for instance, I tried to wipe them off the best I could, but you see how it's got like heavy gouging inside the rocker arm there. Same thing here, heavy scratches. This one here ain't real bad, but see that line in there? It's deep scratch. Then you look at, these are actually aluminum. The fulcrums for a 351 Cleveland and 351 modified and all that, they're aluminum. They're aluminum fulcrums. So, you know, that's one reason why you got to make sure you have good lubrication, because it'll wear faster, you know. So you take and look at this one here. You see how you had a heavy pitting in there, heavy scratching, and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's no good. Same thing for this one. It's not as bad, but you still got it. So I went and I grabbed my best fulcrums that I had. Are they 100% perfect? No, they're not like brand new, but you can see a big difference in them. They actually look clean. They're actually good. You see. Same thing when it comes to my rocker arms. I wanted the best looking rocker arms I could get. You see how they look real clean, real smooth. Now, I've already cleaned this one up completely, but you can see how it's real clean and real smooth in there. You rub your finger in there and there's no hard ridges or nothing. This one here I haven't completely cleaned yet, but either way you can still see how it's a lot better shape inside than the other two that I've shown here. So it's all about taking the time to look through this. Yes, it's a lot of work to look through all this stuff and make sure that you have good parts, but it's worth it in the long run for longevity. Okay, so that's really it. I just want to do a quick little update video on where I'm at. I'm pretty much done now. I'm cleaning parts up, little minor things here and there, but now the block is ready to get taken off to the machine shop to get whatever work needs to be done to it, and get the crank turned or polished. Hopefully it don't need to be turned. It can just be polished and be good to go. I'm hoping the block can be honed and be good to go, and then we can just go on down the road. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there and they check it out at the machine shop. But it's pretty much a done deal. It's ready to go now. I'll probably be taking it here in the next couple of days to the machine shop to go ahead and let them get started on it. And while I'm finished cleaning up my little parts I have left and acquiring a few little things. I still got to get a home mounted balancer, a double roller timing chain, some new original valve covers. I say new to me, original used obviously, but some valve covers that are appropriate for the year of my truck, you know, just to make it look more authentic. And then a fuel pump and a thermostat. So just little minor things now that I got to kind of accumulate, but that is all within good time. I don't have to be in a rush for that. But I do got to pick them things up. But that's it. So I just wanted to give a little update video, let you know where I'm at on it. And yeah, so pretty soon we'll hopefully get this thing back to get it to the machine shop, hopefully get it back pretty soon and start doing videos on the rebuild on it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the drop box down below and I'll get back to you as always. That's all there is for this one. So thank y'all for watching. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.